So I know. I could see it. Yeah, you're like, wait.
So she was there at, she was 2021 to December 2022. She was Director of Business Development
Okay.
at Spirit Group.
We are good to go.
And Columbus.
Yeah. I said, that's
She's
nice to
not
make sure
there.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay,
We are ready to go when you are.
great. I'd like to call to order the June 12th, 2024 Board of Zoning Appeals meeting. Welcome. And can we
Mr. McCullough,
present?
Ms. McCoy,
Here.
Mr. Harriman,
Here.
Mr. Robbins. Here. Ms. DeGirolamo.
Okay, at this time, did everyone get a chance to review the meeting minutes from the last meeting?
Yes.
Comments?
Minutes from April 10th.
Second. Ms. McCoy,
Yes.
Mr. McCullough,
Yes.
Mr. Robbins,
Yes.
Ms. DeGirolamo, Mr. Harriman.
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson, any communication with regards to planning and zoning?
Yeah, good to see everyone again. We do have an application already for next month, so we are anticipating another meeting. It is a variance request for a side yard setback for an addition. So we are going to be meeting with that property owner in between time. There is a slight chance that it may not have to come, but as of right now, there is an application submitted, so we'll plan to go ahead and meet for next month. But we'll let you know. We still have, is the deadline passed for, I think it's already,
I'd have to double check it. It's coming up soon.
if it hasn't passed, it's pretty close. So if we don't get anything else, then we at least have one for now. And other than that, I don't have anything else to do tonight.
Okay, thank you. So at this time, we open for public comment for comments that are not related to the item on the agenda tonight, if there is any. Hearing none. So we'll move on to old business. Any old business? No? Okay. Then to the staff report.
Yep, so tonight we are here for a conditional use request at 305 North Avenue. Applicant is TJ Tripp. Basically, this is an existing use. It's already there. It's been there for many years. It is a single parcel. Was originally a single parcel with 3 dwellings. There was a lot split done that separated one of the dwellings, which left 2. So it's an existing use. This is just to formally make it instead of legal non-conforming, just to make it legal. So you have a primary structure and an accessory use dwelling in the front there. So that's pretty simple. Nothing to it.
So at this time, we open up public comments related to the CU-24-2 application. Are there any comments?
If you step up here and just state your name.
Steve Gingrich. I'm not really sure of what we're talking about tonight
Okay.
here on this application.
Okay.
Maybe somebody could enlighten me a little?
Yeah, so there's existing structures that are on the property already. You have 2 properties that are on one property. You have a primary structure and then a secondary, which is called an accessory use dwelling. It's legal non-conforming because they existed prior to the code. This is just formally making them legal.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
I'm sorry? The conditional use, the accessory dwelling unit that is existing currently.
Sure.
Yes. come up.
Yeah.
What's your name, please?
And we'll swear, if anybody that wants to, oh, Mayor. How are you? If we would, is anybody gonna testify, speak tonight? Do you plan on it in for or against the application? Anybody? Okay. I'll just. Since before our zone.
Probably since it was built. there's not a problem.
I'll have to swear you. All right. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to provide to the Board of Zoning Appeals this evening is going to be the truth and the whole truth, so help you God? Okay.
I am Sandra Adkins. I live at 294 North Avenue. Can I move this a little bit? I feel. Does it move? Feel awkward at their backs, with my back to them. Anyway, I live at 294, like we've said, it's been like that forever, and you're saying that you're just making it what it should be? And I need to understand that.
Yeah, so it's legal non-conforming. The code for an accessory dwelling use to have two uses on a single property, that code came in effect well after the property existed.
Right.
So this is just making it legal.
So what is there now is a single-story, two-apartment building. It's my understanding Mr. Tibbetts wanting to build a family resident there,
But
according
potentially,
to.
maybe, yeah.
So I guess my concern, well, a couple of things. I didn't.
That has nothing to do with the condition.
Okay, but I got a letter and it wasn't online and it took until this past Monday to get it. And complications for me, I didn't get a chance to really look at it. And then I wanted to go in, a lot split was done in April. Can you speak to that at all?
Sure,
Okay,
it was approved.
so I know that, but it was a lot split that, what had to be agreed to? Why was it approved? Just because a split was wanted, or was it
Yes.
did it abide by some kind of regulation somewhere?
No, the property owner wanted to split it off.
Okay.
And the split met the regulations for
With
that.
setbacks and
Yeah,
everything?
yeah.
Okay, so now you can approve this to take place without knowing what might go on the property?
No, I mean, there's nothing more than what's already there could be there. So one of those structures could be removed and be replaced, yes. That could be done
With any
anywhere.
size of a building?
That, still has to meet the regulations. Still has to
With
come through a
building,
zoning, it has to have a zoning permit and everything. They can't just do it. But, yeah, no different if you wanted to tear your house down and build a new house, you could, as long as it met the regulations, you could do that. This conditional use does not change that or not.
So what's the purpose?
It's just making it legal.
How is it illegal if it's always been like that?
Well, it's legal non-conforming. It doesn't conform to today's code. This is making it conform to today's code,
For what purpose?
to make it legal.
There's probably a ton of properties in town like that.
Yeah, and they could choose, and property owners can choose to do that if they want, or they could leave it
So there's
non-conforming.
no intent behind that? You just want to do something? Can he speak
well,
to that?
He's going to be presenting. Paul, you want to?
Then that's okay, I can come back up if he's going to present, I can come
Why don't
back.
we just have you go ahead and present, we'll do that. And if you would,
Do we need to close public hearing then and reopen it, or what do we need to do?
no, this is all the hearing, this is the applicant. Go ahead. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to provide to the Board of Zoning Appeals this evening is going to be the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay.
So yeah, last year when I did the lot split was pretty much just because it was a non-conforming lot, was an illegal non-conforming lot. So I had to do the lot split because hypothetically, if one of those structures is burned down, I couldn't build it back. So I did the lot split, and obviously it gives you more options. I can do whatever with that. But at the same time now, with the two structures, I'm kind of in the same pickle because it's a legal, non-conforming parcel. So I need to protect the asset. So there's me paying my $300 to be here today. So just to make sure to be able to, that I can actually keep the property as it is today. And if I want to do something else with it in the future, sure I can. So if we wanted to build a residential house or something like that, I'd have to tear that down. I can't just add units. That wouldn't work. But I'm just keeping my options open. So that's really the only purpose of this. So for any future plans, whether I decide to do it or my family decides to do it or not do it, I just have to go through this step, so I may as well just do this now. So I could keep it completely the same from this day forward you know, and so I just want to make sure everything's conforming before and legal before I do anything else. That's really the only purpose, you know, for today. So I'm not trying to get any building plans approved. I'm not trying to add any units. I'm not trying to tear anything down or anything like that. It's just trying to make it legal, you know, and up to today's code. That's all today is. Yes.
Would you mind, can you walk back to that screen and just, I know that we have a labeled image, but so the lot that we're talking about is that central green lot. What looks to me mostly like a house, that larger, that's the primary dwelling. There is a secondary dwelling closer to the road, to the left.
There really isn't a primary dwelling necessarily established or is there? I just, the best kind of also today is because it's just kind of like
Two dwellings.
two dwellings just sitting there.
Okay.
So, and so you got a duplex back here,
Mhm.
and then you have a little two-story house right here. And so we just want to identify which is the main dwelling, which is the accessory dwelling.
And by code, the larger one would be the primary structure.
Correct, yeah.
And then there's a
I
garage.
mean, it really doesn't necessarily, you know, matter to me, I suppose, but the larger one, I just figured you have to choose one of them, so let's just choose this as primary. And, you know, the accessory is this building right here. So, because in the future, if I decide to do that, I'd probably turn that to a primary type of, versus this one up here, so.
It's relatively informal. I mean, it's up to you guys if you're okay with it.
Okay with Paul, yeah.
So I noticed that there is something that says there's a garage, but I don't know the garage over there.
There's no permanent structure, well, I mean, there's only one permanent structure, it's a garage, and that's back here, it's more of like a.
The shed.
Yeah. I don't know how to classify that as a garage, but, yeah, I definitely couldn't fit a car in there, but, yeah, that's the only spot for that. And, is that it?
I have a question. Are these dwellings occupied at this time?
Yes.
Both the primary and accessory dwelling?
Yeah, there's 2 units here, this one's occupied, this one's also occupied.
Any other questions?
Yeah, there's been 2 brand-new surveys that were done in, last year. Went to do the lot split, I had to get a new survey for
So
both
did we
parcels.
define the primary and the
The
secondary?
reason we need to do
Because the code says it has to be the larger.
the accessory structure can only be a certain percentage of the primary, so that in order, because of the size of it, that was going to be the primary one.
Is it assumed when we,
Well, let's just say he tears down the small one, the next house is gonna have to be, it would be
okay.
ginormous mansion, so.
I was just wondering if we defined which one was the primary dwelling and which one was the accessory dwelling. And my question was like, it was answered, it was like the larger is the primary. And
Is required to be the primary.
This is just a use, we're not necessarily establishing which one, but because the accessory structure can only be a percentage of the primary structure, it's just almost by default, it makes the bigger one the primary structure.
Maybe, can I ask the question, maybe you don't know the answer. When doing a lot split, is that not something where contiguous properties are notified? Because I just learned that. So all this is.
I wasn't trying to do anything sneaky, I just was splitting the lot and making sure, making sure everything was taken care of appropriately, so, but yeah.
The word legal kept throwing me. I still.
It's legal but non-conforming. It doesn't conform to the code. This conditional use that we're, it never has, that's correct. The conditional use that we're going would make it, if it's approved, it would make it legal and conforming as a conditional use. So that's what we're here for tonight. It's old code, it's updated, and properties that haven't been brought forth, unfortunately, this is how you become conforming. Any other questions or comments before we go into deliberation? Before we go into deliberation, okay. So, check this off here. Okay, yeah, so at this time, we'll close the public hearing portion of the application. And send it back. So at this time, we'll go through the findings of facts, and that pertains to 3 sections of ordinance 1138.06. And in order to approve the application, we find the application meets each of the requirements of this ordinance. And just because one's disapproved doesn't mean it's approved. We can still have that discussion, but this is the process. So per ordinance 1138.06C3A, the proposed use is a conditional use of the zoning district, and the applicable development standards established in the zoning ordinance are met. Based on the staff report and what I've been told, this is true. Does anyone have any comments or discussion about that?
There is that this is already like a legal conditional use, it just has to be kind of folded into the code. So the use is already legal. So I think that's met, yeah,
What else?
interpreting that.
Does everyone else agree?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
I just want to make sure everyone.
Yes.
Could you, I'm sorry, Robbins, could you say that again?
So it sounds like it would be a conditional use because it's already like a legal use of the park. So it's just kind of folding it into the code, make, to update it, kind of grandfathered in.
Okay,
So sounded like it was kind of legal by default to me.
okay.
That's how I'm hearing this.
Okay, per ordinance 1138.06C3B, the proposed development is in accord with appropriate plans for the area. Open for discussion.
It looks like housing in a neighborhood that already has housing, so I suggest that yes. And the existing development is in accord with appropriate plans for the area.
Yeah, it's already there, so.
Okay. Then for ordinance 1138.06C3C, the proposed development will be in keeping with the existing land use character, physical development potential of the area. Was that?
But it sounds like, this changes nothing. We already established that, so there's nothing, the existing land use is what it is before and after this decision, so.
It meets the ordinance, but it's already existing. As a conditional use, which is what we're talking about. Any other comments?
No, great.
Great, okay.
And just kind of clarifying, so, if Mr. Tripp wanted to do anything else, tear it down, build new, whatever, he would still have to go through the planning and zoning and get all the permits and meet with all the codes. Yeah, so we're proving what's there.
So I believe at this time, we've gone through the 3 ordinances and had discussion. We will call for disapproval of the application, or am I jumping?
Yeah, we'll review the findings of facts, and we'll go along the findings of facts, and then we'll, yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Give me a second.
So now I'll bring up tonight's entertainment.
Perhaps the swiftest one we've had.
I was in court, they taught us in like 5th grade, like could do it like just that year and instantly pull it. Yeah, yeah, I remember them teaching us.
We had Aaron here, he could do his juggling knives.
Oh, that's cool.
If any of you guys travel 161 to Dublin, is everyone aware that that railroad is they're closing the road for 4 days, I think?
Kyle Road
5 days.
or Kyle, they're in Kyleville.
When does that start?
21st to the 24th, I think?
Yeah, I think it's, that 20th week.
What's the date?
The 24th to the 29th.
Yes, yes.
Of June?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know because that's how I go to work and come home every day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough work
No, I'm
around.
trying to-
But then we'll finally have tracks that I'm not
It's
concerned about
dangerous.
ruining my alignment.
So dangerous.
Everything, yeah.
Go over the planks and we're doing this.
Uh-huh.
Like
And you're looking to see where
concrete.
the spikes are sticking out, like I
made a
don't have
mistake
time
of
for a
going out there
tire.
at lunchtime, and I thought there was an accident because it was backed up. It was just
No.
everyone stopping to go over them.
And no matter which way you go, however long you spend assessing it, you're like, there's no good answer. There's just hoping for the best. Well, I'll be thrilled when that's fixed. Also, I want to say that the Facebook group has been very good about communicating that.
Oh, good.
I feel like people have posted a dozen times. I know.
Yeah, and we get the calls. It's not in, it's not in the village. It's not our,
Mhm.
it's not anything we have to do with, but we field the calls for it. So, just luckily ODOT and the railroad has kept us up to date on things, so get information out.
I saw today, I came home and I bailed on it because the line was too long, just getting off it. New ramp open.
Mhm.
So, but backed up all the way to 33 and I'm like, forget it, 42.
So you should have bought the land behind you and just put an airstrip in there.
Should have, that was nice.
Been easier.
See if I knew how to fly helicopters, go that way.
Is that a whole separate
That's
license?
a whole separate.
Just send it to you, Colin. Not comfortable with helicopters.
What's that?
Not comfortable with
You don't
helicopters.
like it?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever want to fly one.
Million pieces of machinery spinning around defying gravity.
Yeah. And if the machinery stops, there's no gliding.
No, there's no. You become a rock.
Rock.
They say you want to rotate, but
Yeah, they auto rotate. You're still hitting the ground pretty hard. Gravity providing the lift or resistance. I didn't fill out the very last part, obviously, because we did the vote and all that, but you can plug that in. It wasn't much. I tried to type as quick as I could, as usual.
All right, so we got it pulled up.
I guess we do kind of have that as a little bit of a template there, but we do have the notices, all the appropriate notices were served. We probably need to make sure we recite that at the beginning of the meeting. Sorry.
What's the requirement to serve notices, near just adjacent properties?
Within 250 feet.
Property, and notices are sent out 10 calendar days, or 10 working days ahead of time.
There's an ad that's run in the paper.
let's say any.
A physical newspaper?
Yeah, the code says in a newspaper that's circulated to the area.
Still haven't full changes to all that stuff.
Not many municipalities have changed that part. A lot of them still paper.
No, absolutely.
I should have put mayor in front of that. You don't ever lose the title. I said I should have put mayor in front of that. You never lose the title.
discussion about, like improvement of the property under section C. Like we talked about, like this doesn't really permit or disallow any additional plans in the future, like that would still have to come through whatever zoning.
It's, I mean, you
Is that
voted
useful?
earlier.
I'll make sure
Okay.
to note that in the meeting minutes, but for this, we'll.
Not relevant.
Yeah, the meeting minutes should be in there. Yeah, for this, for the purpose of this, again, sometimes at the beginning, the discussion gets a little, kind of hops around a bit in the public
Yeah.
discussion and your involvement, but try to stick to, when we're talking about the elements and everything, we want to stick to what's germane, you know.
Okay. Got it.
So next step would be
To approve the findings of facts.
to approve the findings of facts.
Just need a motion.
Do I have a motion?
I'll motion to approve the findings of fact.
Do I have a second?
Sorry, who's the second?
Do we have a second?
Yeah. I'm going 2 for 2 today.
Ms. DiGirolamo,
Yes.
Ms. McCoy,
Yes.
Mr. Harriman,
Yes.
Mr. McCullough,
Yes.
Mr. Robbins.
Yes.
So now we go to the application. Can I have a motion to approve the application?
Motion to approve the application.
And I'll second.
Mr. Robbins,
Yes.
Mr. Harriman,
Yes.
Ms. McCoy,
Yes.
Ms. DiGirolamo,
Yes.
Mr. McCullough.
Yes. Now, the discussion items, that doesn't pertain to the,
No, that's just if we had something to discuss. Normally we put a topic on there if we have something.
Colin, you'll
Okay.
tweak the other, you know, the approval and all that stuff.
Yeah. I'll add all that.
So that's-
well, at this time, I meeting. Thank you.
Good to see everybody. Mayor, good to see you again. Oh, really? Oh, that's right. Yeah. And we hardly ever met. Anyway. We hardly ever met
I
anyway.
know I won't be here.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
on vacation.
good.